Hello guys, welcome to the next tutorial on Angular 8 and we are looking at the training session 6. So let's see at the overview of the session. In the previous sessions we have created our Angular application and also integrated the external HTML5 template. We have downloaded it and we have integrated it into our Angular application as well, and we have modified it according to our need as we have to create a personal blogging site out of it. So today's session is the last session of this tutorial, and in this session we are gonna deploy our Angular application on GitHub pages or host our Angular application on GitHub pages so that we can access it over the internet as well. So actually, what is mean by hosting? So hosting means keeping our Angular application onto the internet so that others can access it by using the URL as well. So there are multiple ways to hosting our application on the website. So the free hosting websites are like Heroku or GitHub pages or like that. So we can host it for free on these hosting platforms as well. So in this tutorial we are going through the GitHub pages, so which is a simpler way of hosting your Angular application on the web for free. So let's start with the today's session. So for hosting your Angular application on GitHub pages, first of all, you need a account on GitHub itself. So if you don't have any account on GitHub, just go to github.com and create your own account, and then you will land onto this github.com and your home of that GitHub, your profile page of github.com. Then what we have to do is we have to create a repository for it. So first of all guys, I'll explain what is GitHub. So actually GitHub is a cloud storage, so where we can put our code onto the cloud so that we can access it from anywhere. So the major example of using Git or any cloud based storage system is that, so suppose this is not the case that on any project only one developer works, right? So in the industry, on a single project multiple employees work on the same project, right? So this is not feasible to keep that code into a single machine or a particular machine, right? So suppose take a example that if you work on a machine and all of your code is into that particular machine and that machine is into your office, right? So if you have to work on that code or that project, you must there is a must case that you have to go to the office and then work on that machine, particular machine, right? Because your entire code is onto that machine, right? So it makes you more machine dependent. So on for working on that code you need to go to office and then you can only work on it, right? But by using GitHub or any cloud storage, so we can keep all the work we work, all the code or all the program we work, we keep it on the cloud. And so suppose our project is kept onto the cloud, so whenever we need it we can clone or download it from the cloud to the machine we are currently working on, and whenever we are done with our code we can put the same code to the cloud itself, right? So this makes us more machine independent, so we don't need to use that particular machine to access your code, right? And also the main major benefit of using the cloud based storage is that multiple people can work on the same project at same time, right? So suppose there are two developers who are working on the same project, right? So I am working on a part of that project, and my colleague is working on another part of that project, right? So whenever I have to work on the particular part of the code, what I will do, I will just pull or download that code from that cloud to my local machine. I will work on that code, and then I'll put my work, that is my updated code, into that cloud, so that my whenever my colleague will get or download that code from the cloud, so he will get the updated code, right? So this is how the enterprise level of programming or co-programming works. So that's why we need a cloud-based storage. So the cloud-based cloud-based storage solution are also different sites provide cloud-based storage, like GitHub is one example. We have GitLab, and also we have Bitbucket as well. So all these are provide a same cloud-based storage to us. But as we are going to deploy our Angular application on GitHub pages, so we are going to use GitHub in this case, because the GitHub pages is provided by GitHub only. And let's talk about some extent on what is GitHub pages. So the GitHub actually provided some functionality, or some feature, so that we can deploy our static websites or any web application onto the GitHub pages for free, right? So first of all, we have to create our own GitHub account. So you have to sign up to the GitHub and create your own GitHub account. So you will land to this profile page of this GitHub pages. Now what we have to do is we have to create a repository. So what does the repository means? Suppose we have a computer machine, right? And we have to keep a data separated according to the names, or any categories, right? So what we will do, we will just create different types of folders, right? And then we put, suppose you are having some songs, movies, games. So how you gonna separate it? So we will just keep all these, we will keep, or we will make some different types of folder, name as songs, music, games, and we will keep all the files related to that type into that particular folder, right? So the repository is similar like that. So repository is similar like folder, but repository, we make the repository into the cloud itself, right? So I have this much of repository already present into my GitHub account. So first Ionic, Pinlock, Get Started, Insurance Portal, Node Web Scrapper. So these are all the repositories which are present into my account. So as we have to host our Angular application on GitHub pages, so first of all we have to create a new repository, which you can make it from here by clicking this icon. It will give you a option of creating new repository, right? So this is a form for creating a new repository. So what you have to do is, as we have to host our Angular application on GitHub pages itself. So we have to keep our repository name similar as our username, which is shown here, right? So Prasad 1101 is my username, right? So we have to keep our repository name similar to that, Prasad 1101 dot GitHub. You just have to append this text to it, dot github dot io, right? So this is my username, Prasad 1101. This is, and this is GitHub. Just append .github.io to it. Actually I am currently having this repository. I have created it earlier, so it is showing that this repository is already exists. So actually I'm having the same repository, so it is showing me this error. Then we have to tick on this public, because this we want this repository to view by anyone, so we will keep it public. And then you just have to click on this create repository. So what it will do, it will just create a repository name as this prasad.1101.github.io. In case in your case it will be your username dot github.io, right? So as I already have that repository, so I'll not gonna create it again. So once you have created your repository, just click on this menu and click on your repositories. So it will show you entire repository or all the repositories which are present into your account, right? So I already have this prasad 1101.github.io, so I'll just click on it. In your case it will be your username and .github.io. So now this is how a repository look like. So now this is entirely new repository, right? So we don't have any files into it right now. So now what we have to do, we have compiled our Angular application. Just check it if it is working fine. Yes, I think it is working fine. So again, we will need one more thing in our Angular application as well. So just small change. Go to your app routing model.ts and into this router model.for root, and here we have provided these roots, right? So into make it comma. Just save it. So we have into this root router model.for root, we have added a use hash colon true. So what it will do is it will just create a, or it will just add a hash into our roots. So it is necessary to add this use hash colon true here, because when we deploy our Angular application on GitHub pages, so to recognize its roots, because it is hosted on the GitHub pages, right? So for that we have to add this use hash is equal to use hash colon true. So let's see what has changed in our Angular application. So it use hash, by using use hash, it just adds this hash into our roots. So whenever we will go to this or type anything, login, then successful. It just adds this hash into our roots, so that Angular can recognize that whatever the URL into the right side of this hash is to be processed by the Angular compiler, not the URL which is in onto the left hand side of this hash. So this is just a separator for the URL. So this is very necessary when we deploy it on server or any other free hosting site. So we have to use this use hash. So that's it, guys. This is the change. So now what we have to do is we have to just deploy our Angular application onto the GitHub pages, right? So for that, what we have to do is we have to build our Angular application. So what does mean building a Angular application? So in the first session I have told you that our Angular application is single page application, right? So to make it single page application, but you can see that we have multiple HTML pages here in the components, right? For home component we have different HTML file, for block component we have a different HTML file, right? So how it can be a single page application? So to make it single page application, we have to build our Angular application. So what the building of Angular application do is it combines all the HTML code into a single index.html file, and all the TypeScript code get combines into a single JavaScript file, and we get the build or the distribution folder, or the builded Angular application, which is a single page application. So for building this Angular application, the CLI command is ng build, build. So it will just build our Angular application, which will be ready to deploy on the GitHub pages, right? So also I have explained you that browser don't understand the TypeScript language, right? But in the Angular we use only TypeScript, we don't use JavaScript. So what this building process do is it converts all the code which is written into the TypeScript into the JavaScript, so that the browser can understand the code which is written into the TypeScript, right? The process of converting this TypeScript code into JavaScript is called as transpilation. It is called as transpilation because it converts TypeScript into JavaScript so that browser can understand whatever the code we have written into the TypeScript, right? So by executing this ng-build command, it will just build our Angular application, and after building the application, it will create a dist folder where it keep the builded Angular application. So currently it is building. So till then, what we have to do is just go to your GitHub repository of the GitHub repository you have created into that, and just go here, right, and copy this path. Also one more thing, for using the GitHub repository or Git, you must have to install Git into your uh, machine. So it is easily available if you click or search for Git download for Windows. Just go to it, downloads. Yeah, hi.
Hello, Prasad.
Yeah, hi. I can hear you.
Shreyas wants to join today's session. So could you please accept his request?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So to clone the repository or download the repository by using command line interface, we need Git, which is a tool which is used for cloning or downloading the repositories which are present on the cloud. So just go to this gitscm.com and download the Git according to your operating system. So if you are using Windows, then download this, or if you are using Linux, so download this. And after the installation of Git, only you can clone the repository by using this command line, right? So now what we have to do is we just have to copy this URL of this particular GitHub repository, then go to your terminal. Uh, Change the directory. Don't run this command into a Angular project, right? So just run this command outside the Angular project. So for cloning that repository, what we have to do is just git clone, and you have to paste the path that or the URL which we have copied. So what it will do is it will just clone or download whatever content is there into this repository. So as we can see, if we do ls means list, so we can see that we are having our repository downloaded here, right? Let's see if our Angular application has been built or not. So yes, our Angular application has been built successfully, and after this completion of this build, the Angular application has created a folder called dist, where it keeps all the content that we have to deploy on the GitHub pages so that we can access it. So what we have to do is we can deploy the Angular application in two ways. One is by completely command line, and another one is we have to manually paste the contents that are into this dist folder into the repository that we have created, and now currently we have downloaded it. So we will go a simpler way, which is manually copy and pasting the contents which are into this dist folder. So just open your file manager, go to your project directory. So this is our project directory, right? Sorry. And after building our Angular application, all the contents is present into this dist folder, and then the project name. So copy all this content which are present into this dist and your project name directory. Copy all the contents, and into this folder or this directory we have clone our repository, right? So this is our repository name that we have downloaded or cloned recently. So just go to this and paste all the contents which are present into that dist folder. So now what we have to do is, now this is complete, so you can stop the compilation of the Angular project. And what you have to do is now just open that folder for our GitHub repository. So this is the folder for our GitHub repository. Then select the folder, it will just open that folder. So this is our repository and now, right? So what we have to do is we have to put all these contents, all these files we have pasted here onto the cloud, right? So for doing the same, we have a simple method. Just go to this symbol or click on this button, and here you have to write a message for a commit. So what is commit? So commit in terms of GitHub is a message or a uh, particular code which you put on the GitHub repository, right? So this will be your first. We will cover all these things, Git and other things into our later sessions. So don't worry about it. We will cover it in our later sessions as well. So write some message here. So we will write it here first commit. Then we will stage all our changes. So staging means it saves all the changes that we have made into our code in onto our local machine. Then we have to commit it. So commit will do the same. It will store all the changes that we have created or made onto our local itself. And then we have to push the code to the cloud, right? So by clicking this here and then push, so what it will do is it will just push the code, whatever code present into this repository or this folder onto our repository which is present on the cloud, that is on the GitHub, right? So now it is processing. So now my username and password is already there. So it does not ask me for the username and password. But in your case, you will gonna do it for first time, right? So it will just ask you for username and password for your GitHub account. So in that case you just have to put your username and password there. So after submitting that, it will only commit or push all the changes to your git repository. So currently it is working. It is taking longer time, I think, due to some network issues. Sorry for that. This will show a loading sign for pushing the code or doing anything on the git side. Yeah. So now we have successfully pushed our code onto the GitHub repository. Just go to your GitHub repository and refresh here. You can see all the files we have pushed from our local machine to the GitHub repository, right? So, and it will show us here that this was the message that we have written for our commit, and we have committed all this code 3 minutes before, right? 3 minutes ago. So all the contents, all the files which were present into onto our local, we have put it on the cloud, right? So now what we have to do is we have to host this Angular application onto the GitHub pages, right? So for doing that, it is a very simple step. You just have to go to the settings, and then scroll down. So this is the GitHub pages option for hosting. It is designed for host your personal, organizational, or project pages from GitHub repository directly. And we can see that it is directly hosted to this our repository name itself. So let's check if it works. So we have just directly gone to our that repository name. So we can see that it has our Angular application has been hosted to the GitHub pages directly. So now you don't have to uh, compile the application on the local host of your machine, and by hosting it on the GitHub pages, anyone can access your pages from internet. So you can share this URL with your friends, family, or anyone you want to share with, and your Angular application will be available on that URL. So let's check if our Angular application works perfectly. So yeah, login successful. Never. So this was our home page, right? And we have created this demo block 1, demo block 2, demo block 3, right? Let's check if it works. So this has broken because we have used href. So if we put this hash here, it will work. It will give us the. It is just a matter of changing the URL. Else we are good. So this is how we can host our Angular application on GitHub pages. Yeah, I think we have covered our today's topic, which was the hosting our Angular application on GitHub pages, and I think we have covered it. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching.